All right, Mal. It's not your topic. You were second. It's my topic. I almost went to you. We specifically talked about why you were going last, too. I even rearranged you in the notes, but I still went to you next.
Hi.
Let's get on to my topic.
Let's get on to your topic.
Thank you, Mal. So, my topic this week that Mal pitched to me because work has sucked and I haven't been able to come up with anything.
So it's like it's my topic.
Yeah, it's like Mal has two topics. Earlier in Discord, he posted that this week's issue of Weekly Shounen Jump is its 50th anniversary issue. So they're kind of celebrating the history of the magazine. They put out a cover
1968 to 2018. So that's how math works.
Yep, they put out a cover that looks cool. It's got a homage to a bunch of old Shonen Jump characters and stuff on it.
The cover, at least, is the it's like a new mangaka doing an older one's character art. Like it was Oda doing Luffy and Goku.
Yeah,
One Piece and Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, I noticed Naruto looked really different too.
Yeah, it's because it's done by the guy from My Hero Academy.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, it's the people they're next to is who was it drawn by.
Oh, okay, I didn't even notice that.
So, like, the guy who did Black Clover drew Hiei from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, yeah, I noticed it now.
Ronin Kenshin. Dr. Stone drew some chick I know of. Is that To Love or whatever? Maybe?
Yeah. Yep, he drew the To Love Rue.
Yeah.
Who drew what did the Haikyuu guy draw? It looks like a horse. Was he Gintama?
I don't know what the horse. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. I don't know what the horse is from, honestly.
Okay. But anyways, that's not the point. Us talking about these.
They are also
that Kubo has a one shot coming out that I'm super excited for.
That was also on the cover.
Because more Kubo, we need more Kubo.
Burn the Witch.
Yeah, Burn the Witch.
There's also a giant art piece.
Yeah, there's a fold out. Looks a poster that has a bunch of old characters.
Yeah, old and newer. I mean,
yeah, it's like the true. I want this to put in my room. But,
yeah, a blown up picture of that.
Sprawl out poster, which I'll probably make the YouTube video picture. But anyways, so yeah, 50 years of Shonen Jump. Mal came up with the idea to talk about what our favorite Shonen Jump manga over these 50 years were. Yeah, mine are both the same. So I'll let you guys go first, and let's talk about why and maybe why we like them so much and why they're important to us.
All right, Tets. What you got?
Of course you started with me. There's a lot.
I have a lot of favorites too, man.
Like, if I were to say, right now in this moment, because it's something I'm currently enjoying, I would have to go with Macadamia.
Yeah.
But,
I thought you were going to say Boruto.
I will stab you. I will. No, but there's a lot, especially on that particular section that I've really enjoyed at one point or another.
Look into your heart of hearts.
Yeah.
I really want to say Death Note is one of the ones that's up there for me.
That's a good answer.
It's a good one.
Just because it was kind of my introduction to a true darker styled manga. I didn't really watch the anime much, but at the time when it was coming out, I was working at Books A Million. Mm-hmm. And so I would always spend my breaks at Books A Million. I would go to the manga rack and I would pull off whatever I hadn't read yet, and I would spend my whole break. So every break I could finish one book. And so whatever I was reading at the time, that's what I would do. But I got the entirety of Death Note read during that time.
Nice.
I don't know. It's great. It's really hard to fault it as a series. There's things you wish that characters did differently, but as a series...
it probably went on a little too long.
Yeah, it should have ended after L and Watt, in my opinion.
L should have been...
It wasn't their fault, though.
But you know what, though? I do think that if they had pulled the whole shonen thing of character that you thought was long gone came back, which I'm glad they didn't, let me clarify, but if they did, it would have made more sense for them to do something like that. or at least had L be the second set and have the more inferior detectives be the first set. Because they really, if it wasn't for them, I don't know that L would have been quite as beloved as he is, because you didn't have anybody to contrast him against besides Light.
Yeah.
You didn't have anybody like as a detective wise.
That's what, like, I think every editor at Shonen Jump's like, you gotta have a rival. That's like the first thing they always say, almost. So that's why you always have these like rival characters right at the beginning.
Yes, but like, I don't know, like, I feel like they could have still started with the other, like, I don't know, like.
Oh no, I agree with you.
There was the other detectives as well, but none of them held a candle to L. Not that the other two really did necessarily either, but they did more so than the.
They should have did more with the female director or detective. Whose husband was killed or fiance. That arc wound up really quickly. Felt like.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Katekyo Hitman Reborn was one that I fell in love with when it came out.
I never read that.
I got into it right after they had transitioned from gag manga to battle manga. So
man, was I happy when they did that?
Yeah. I mean, the gag was okay, but it wouldn't have been something I would have consistently read.
Yeah.
I'm just like, it's a baby.
But it was such a great, like even though it wasn't exactly a gang drama story, it also was, and that was just really fun to me. I really enjoyed it a lot. In fact, I still actually, one of the times I went to a convention, I bought like half of the team's rings from whatever point in the series they were during that convention, and they're laying around somewhere. I have no idea where they're at, but
speaking of anime that probably should have ended an arc sooner, pretty much. Maybe yeah, that's just an ongoing thing in Shonen.
I'm just sitting here staring at Ichigo and as like the poster child of that.
I'll be honest though, both. So the two that I guess I feel like a lot of people would say, Naruto and Bleach, for me, and even One Piece to a degree, I was never all that.
You're not a big three guy.
I mean, but it's not necessarily about anything particular about it. It just, they were interesting, and you know, they had their arcs. They didn't really hook me personally.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they all went on longer. They ended up all going on too long, and
that's why they're the big three.
I've dropped One Piece, and then I wanted to drop Bleach, but they're like, it's the last arc. That arc lasted
for like
7
years
or
something.
Yeah. Like, it was like a 4-year-long arc, and now I felt cheated.
And it still ended prematurely.
Yeah.
It would have went on. It'd still be probably going on right now.
Speaking of going on, as I scan further along, one of the other ones that I just have to mention, because it's so influential for, I think, anyone, Dragon Ball Z.
Well, there's a reason it's front and center, basically.
Yeah, I don't feel like you can't. I don't think you can not mention it. Like, you have to mention it. It's whether or not that's still relevant.
It's also not been going on the whole time.
Yeah,
that's true too. But next to him, Yu Yu Hakusho. I remember.
Yeah, it's one of the best.
The hell out of that when it was on Toonami.
Yeah.
It's not one of my favorites, but it is like I think one of the objectively best shonen of all time.
When I'd seen most of it.
Tournaments in shonen.
Yes, it did. And I remember like I'd seen like a good bit of it, but I had missed so many key parts when it was on TV. And then when I came back from the Air Force, I actually borrowed all of the DVDs from like a buddy of mine, and in the course of like 2 days, I binge watched the entirety of Yu Yu Hakusho. Just sitting on the floor of my.
It's not that long. It's very well paced.
Like, yeah, but
that's the best thing about it.
Too.
I mean, it's a bunch of tournaments.
Yeah, like I don't know that I could like when I kind of look back, I'm like I don't know that like it's good to watch like as a weekly thing. I don't know about really sitting through and watching it because again, the whole tournaments thing is like.
Yeah, I binge watched it when I watched it, so.
But it was good though. It was definitely enjoyable.
One of my friends. One of my roommates actually is basically Kuwabara.
So is that a compliment or an insult? I don't know.
Both.
Because I love Kuwabara, but
yeah, he's awesome. He's my favorite character in the show. Sword, get longer. I love him. Yeah, that's a good one.
But there's a bunch in there. I could just.
I mean, yeah.
DN Angel, Neuraxion.
Been around for 50 years.
Yeah, like God.
None of us touched the right side of this picture that we're looking at because
I can't get over there because there's so many things.
I mean, like, I recognize like
Rurouni Kenshin,
Yu-Gi-Oh,
Hokuto no Ken, Saint Seiya,
like past that the
Yeah.
Goku line.
No, I know. I just mean like that's what I keep bumping into. Like that's.
There's
why
like I think 5 I recognize. Like some I recognize, but I don't know their names.
Right.
Yeah.
Saint Seiya.
Yeah, Kenshin, Saint Seiya, Hokuto no Ken.
I've heard of, obviously Fist of the North Star.
Yeah. Ashita no Joe's the boxing one.
I've watched some of the Kinkuman wrestling anime.
Yeah. A lot of these are old gag manga.
Yeah.
I'm also having a hard time seeing a lot of the characters in the back.
There's Tarchon is the guy flexing just to the right of Rurouni Kenshin. So yeah, Mal, what about you?
That's the question. Honestly, Macadamia is definitely up there. Like, it's on pace to maybe just be my favorite of all time.
Yeah. So good.
If it keeps going and it doesn't just drag on, and it has a satisfying conclusion, then it will. If it keeps going at this rate, it's going to be the best.
You know what I think it is? They keep the power levels in check. So anything that drags on feels like it makes sense for the story. It doesn't feel like it's dragging because you're not used to having a ramping up of power and then a plateau in the way that you do in most other shonens.
Yeah, well, it's got like the suite.
It's got some of the best characters.
Yeah, it's got the suite of characters like Naruto had like all the teams at the beginning, right? That's what a lot of people loved, all like the different characters, but they didn't get like some of them got cool scenes.
It's super shallow, like
exactly. Yeah, some of them did like
a lot of the
10-10, who cares?
About.
Like everybody liked Rock Lee, they liked Shikamaru, a few characters, and those were the ones who got all the screen time, and then the other ones just kind of got forgotten. My Hero it focuses in on a few the same way, but the other ones feel like more better developed characters still, like with actually backstories and stuff they care about, and they do get little arcs and stuff like the Jiro, I think the girl with the earplugs in the manga, just got a lot of character development in the last arc.
And even the naval laser guy, got a few chapters.
Who is a joke character basically,
right?
Yeah.
Next will be Grape Juice. We'll get we'll get the tragic backstory of Grape Juice.
I was happy to see when he ranked so low because he's an author pet character basically.
Yeah.
And I'm glad when he ranked low. It was basically telling the author, no, stop.
No, stop with Grape Juice. No one even knows his name.
Mineta.
Yeah, Mineta, thank you.
Because I just rewatched, or I just caught up, so I'm usually awful with names. Let's see. Yeah, Reborn was definitely one of my favorites when it was ongoing. The ending did sour me a little.
Yeah.
I think other than that, it's probably with iShield 21 actually. I don't know what about it. I just loved it. It's definitely one of my favorites of all time. I don't like
need
sports,
to read
but
it.
I love sports manga.
I need to read it. That's one I've been meaning to read for a long time, and I just have never gotten around to it.
It sort of, and it only goes on a little too long, I guess. Like
the art is really good in it too.
Yeah, well, it's the guy they got to do One Punch Man.
Yeah.
Marita or something, I think his name is. Yeah, and then the author, the guy who does the story, is doing Dr. Stone right now. The story for Dr. Stone.
Yeah, and people love Dr. Stone.
It's also really good.
So apparently they're good.
No, just looking. Yeah, I mean, I've read so many of these, but those are definitely like the top.
Gintama's never going to end either. It and
Also,
One Piece.
Assassination Classroom I ended up loving more than I thought I would. That was actually one that wrapped up pretty nicely. Like that definitely they could have kept going. But
Yeah.
You know who I haven't seen on here? A Medaka box. Is that on here anywhere?
That's okay.
That was Shonen Jump, wasn't it?
I don't know.
So I do have a list of Shonen Jump series pulled open on the Wikipedia. And apparently in 1969, they actually had a Twilight Zone manga that they ran.
Oh, wow.
Which the B flick.
Did you say 69?
Yeah, 1969.
So like their first year of running, basically?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was.
1969.09 to 1969.14.
Yeah, I always just remember Medaka box because it was an ECOE scene. He's the popular light novel. He's the Monogatari guy.
I gotcha. Yeah, that one started off real good and just spiraled.
Yeah, I didn't. I stopped reading it after a while. I really liked it at the beginning.
It just went.
The character designs are really strong in it, in my opinion.
Oh,
and striking.
Mazinger Z.
What was it? The guy with screws is probably my favorite from that.
Mm-hmm.
The minus guy. Did you say Mazinger Z is Shonen Jump?
Yeah.
Surprised he's not on here then.
No, he's
he's hiding somewhere.
Yeah, he's hiding somewhere on the right-hand side.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A minute ago. What's the main character's name? Blarg. Anyway. But yeah.
I don't know.
That's one that I watched though. I didn't read that one. I watched the anime of it not long ago.
The only the only other one that comes close for me, I think, is Ob's answer. So I'll let him go.
Yeah. So, a lot of these are pretty important to me because I mean, shonen is a lot of people's like first entry into anime. Like it's a very easy genre to get weaned into it on. Even though it's like very cliched and stuff, but I have like a very soft spot in my heart for shonen. I love the genre. It's my favorite. Obviously, Rurouni Kenshin's really good. Like, as soon as I got into L5R, I hadn't seen Rurouni Kenshin at that point. I started watching it, so it's like closely tied to L5R for me. So that's why it's really important to me. I'd never liked One Piece. I just don't like his art. I understand why people like it, though. I understand why people like it. I couldn't even get into the early stuff. I want to watch Haikyuu. Bleach, I really liked as well. It just, again, went on too long. Naruto is a really important one for me.
It defined the basically the current generation of shonen protagonists.
Yeah.
Basically, everything since Naruto has been some kind of derivative of him.
Well, I always, like, right when Naruto came out, and it was airing on Toonami, I thought it looked so dumb, and I gave one of my friends crap for watching it, and he was always like, "You got to watch this, dude. You're gonna love it. It's like Dragon Ball Z but better." And I was like, "Oh yeah, whatever." I was like, "No, Full Metal Alchemist, dude. That's like the real good shonen stuff," which it is, but that's not Shonen Jump. So one of my other friends was like, "You should really like." Years later, was like, "You should really watch it. You like it." I was like, "Fine, I'll give it a shot." It was right. In the anime, at least, it was right before the Sasuke and Itachi fight happened. Mm-hmm. I think it's somewhere like right before that.
In the original Naruto.
Yeah, and no, no. In Shippuden.
We're in Shippuden. Wow.
That's the anime. I think the manga was during the Kage Summit. I don't know.
So you got into it way.
I got into it late.
Yeah.
But I think I started watching it and I could not stop, and I marathoned every single episode. I think I watched every episode of Naruto up to that point, except for like
filler?
I went through like half the filler, and then I stopped. So I'm probably minus like 30 or 40 episodes. There was a lot of filler.
That taught you about Paradox or whatever.
Yeah.
In like 8 or 9 days, I think. No, it wasn't that quick. That's impossible. I watched
mathematically.
Yeah,
it was. I mean, it was on the same time frame as when Obs plays the multi-hour video game.
Yeah, it was like when I beat that 80-hour game in like a week. it was like that same hours. I was working part-time at the job at the time. So literally when I wasn't there, I was watching Naruto. And I was getting like 5 hours of sleep a night or something. And just watching it constantly. And they're 20-minute episodes, so you can watch 3 in an hour. I was basically watching 10 hours a day. That's like... It was a lot. It was maybe like 2 weeks, I think. I watched like everything up to that point. And came back over like... The next time I saw him, he's like, so where you got? I was like, I've watched all of it. And he's like, there's like 300 episodes. I was like, yeah, I've watched like all of
it.
Yep.
I was like, it's amazing. So, and then the fourth Shinobi World War happened, and that sullied the series. Death Note is great. I love Death Note. I like Prince of Tennis too, the anime. Go on. What are you gonna say, Teds?
No, you continue your thought. Mine's gonna be tangential.
Well, I'm trying to think of the name because it's slipping me for some reason, even though it's one of my favorites. Oh my god, Alan Walker.
D. Gray Man.
Yeah, D. Gray Man's one of my favorites too. I'm sad.
I wanted to love it until like the first few of the hiatuses hit, and I was just like,
the hiatus is what made it rough.
Yeah.
Oh, also shout outs to the newcomer, Promise Neverland. It's really good.
Oh.
I need to catch back up on it.
That's the one with the kids in the orphanage with the monsters, right?
It's getting an anime soon.
I haven't touched it since they jumped over the wall. Like, I know that's way early on.
That's when I stopped as well, Teds.
One I'm not seeing on here that I also really enjoyed was Shaman King.
Oh yeah,
Shaman King was really popular.
In the back.
That was basically Naruto before Naruto.
He was Naruto with Pokemon aspects, let's be honest.
Pretty much. I'm sure he's on here somewhere. But no, my favorite manga of all time, and one of my favorite... it's obviously Nisekoi. I really liked Nisekoi, and then it didn't end either, and I was like, I can't take this anymore. Also, what, Mel?
I was gonna... it might not be Shonen Jump, actually. Yeah, never mind. I don't think it is.
Okay, but anyways, my favorite manga, one of my favorite anime, it's definitely top 3, if not my favorite, is Bakuman. I love Bakuman so much.
Yes.
I don't know, I can't word, it's so different than other shonen. It's a meta commentary on shonen. It's a shonen for people who love shonen.
Honestly, I do not like slice of life. I need some sort of action going on. Like, I like slice of life with other things on it.
Yeah.
But Bakuman, oh my god. I love that so much. Such a good manga.
I think it's the only manga that I started reading at the beginning when it started being serialized and read it all the way through until it finished too. Yep. Like every week kept up with it. I don't know. I can just watch it or read it like anytime. I can always pick it back up. The anime is really good too. It's basically the manga but animated. All the characters are great. Yeah, I love trying to...
It's done by the 2 guys who did Death Note.
Yeah, it's Oba and Obata. Yeah. You kind of get some meta commentary. Is like the reversey Death Note, basically. It pretty much is. Their last manga that they get an anime made. For those who don't know what Bakuman is, it's all about 2 guys who meet in high school, and basically like one of them is like, hey, you're a good artist. I want to write stories. Let's make a manga. And there's a girl he likes who wants to be a voice actress. And they make a promise that they'll start dating, or I think even get married potentially.
Yeah, they're not going to date.
Silly.
Yeah, they're just going to get married.
Part about it.
Yeah, they're like not even going to talk to each other until he gets his own anime made, and she's the voice actress of the heroine in the anime.
And yet, as silly as that premise is, they actually really pulls it off really well in a really sweet and endearing way in the manga. I think personally.
Yeah, I like their romance story too, and I love the manga within the manga. Like I love Crow. I want to see an anime of Crow so bad.
There's so many of them. I want to become actual manga because
Perfect Crime Club.
Yeah, that one would be awesome. PCP or what is it?
PCC,
yeah. I want Otter's 11 just because I love that character too. The mangaka for Otter's 11, he's awesome. So,
yeah, they riff on different authors from Shonen Jump and whatnot. And
yeah, the guy who does Crow, who's like their rival guy, he's basically Oda and Kishimoto mixed together, is what I think Oba and Obata or one of them said. But yeah, Bakuman's great. If you love shonen, then it's basically a love letter to shonen.
Yeah. It taught me a lot. It teaches. I mean, I don't know how accurate it is, but it definitely gives you more of an understanding about the manga industry.
Yeah,
and it does open your eyes to a lot of like. There's sometimes there was a few things that I kind of questioned as a consumer of manga that afterwards I was like, oh, now I can understand why that's a thing.
How crazy their work schedules are.
Yeah,
is
that
insane.
too, just in and of itself.
They like get no vacation basically.
Yeah, there's a schedule floating around of what Oda's or One Piece his mangaka does, and it's just crazy. It's like 4 to 6 hours for sleep and like 0 time for breaks, and it's just go go go.
Yep. Serialized in a weekly magazine. So yeah, Bakuman's just great. It's different than any other shonen too. That's
pretty much.
It's not a fight thing. It's not action. It's just pure slice of life and just an insight meta commentary on shonen. And it's crazy that it got made, and it's crazy that it's so freaking good.
Yeah, I think the script. I think reading translator notes. I think it was like double the script of any other normal manga too.
Yeah, it has a lot of exposition and stuff in it because it's a lot of them explaining, like, the editor will talk to him like, here's why this needs to work better, and they'll also be panels within the panels that they're like drawing that'll have script on them as well. So it's like you're reading 2 manga at once. It's insane. It's so good. I can't say anything like better about it. Just oh my god. So yeah. Sadly, I wish Oba and Obata's like newest stuff was as good as Death Note.
Platinum Angel or whatever. Garbage.
It's not. Oh my god, I hate
so
that.
Bad.
Yeah.
I don't know why they went that way, but I think maybe they were trying to recreate the Death Note feel, but it just didn't work.
No. So, yeah, Shonen Jump, man, 50 years.
Yep.
It's been great, and I'm like I said, I think early on in the podcast we talked about the new big 3.
Episode 2.
Yeah, could there be a new big 3 with Haikyuu and which is really pop? I think that's Dr. Stone's like getting up there now too.
Yeah.
One Piece is never going to end.
Right.
So,
there's actually supposed to be big One Piece news in this the next issue, I believe. Yeah, so I'm curious.
I do want to see how it ends. Like, if they announce like it's ending, I'll probably just start reading it from there, just because it's important.
Yeah,
like to read it. Probably.
I might. They just released, I think, a week or 2 ago. It's like, hey, Zoro's back. The samurai character.
Yeah.
Got a bunch of swords and he's cool. And it's like he hasn't been around for 2 years. Our time, like, because like over 200 chapters he's been, or I think it was, or something.
Yeah. Well, they've been dealing with what's his name,
or maybe
Sanji a lot lately, haven't they?
I think, but anyway, and in universe, it was like 11 days. And I'm like, this is why I stopped reading.
Yeah, this pacing.
Yeah.
So,
man,
oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm with you guys. I think Macadamia's it's got a shot to be one of the greats.
Can't wait for the movie.
Yeah, the movie. The people who saw it early said it was really good.
That's
so. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I don't think we get it, or I don't get to watch it until
this. It's this fall, I think. I think they're showing it in theaters.
Well, I meant for the dub.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I think they're only going to show the sub for it in the theaters.
So,
wah.